Hi guys, welcome back. I just been doing some quick little research or watching this video from the Humanity Report here because earlier in November there was a college girl, sophomore, Christian, and I think she's a part of TPUSA, Turning Point, Charlie Kirk's, the late Charlie Kirk's organization. Basically, she handed in an essay to her professor for it was a psychology course, and I think it was like a gender identity center psychology course, which me personally I kind of like don't understand, like, or I don't know, I have some gripes with those types of courses on a personal level, but that's not the point of this video. Anyway, so she ended in the video. She was supposed to react to another article and then write a paper responding to that article. you know Very simple too. She was supposed to use the proper citation and whatnot. Instead, she just poorly quotes the Bible and just does a personal belief event, which again in a different freaking in another context she would be rightfully be able to do so, but that's not how the educational level academia works. Even though I think at this point we can all agree college is a scam, but nonetheless, so she got the failing grade. I think she got a zero. Oh well, I can't believe she got a zero. That's pretty. That's like never have I, cause like I never really like imagined if anyone ever getting like a complete zero on something. Scratch that, I've gotten a zero on an assignment, so shouldn't be talking too much on here. And anyway, so yeah, so that it basically like, and also the professor is transgender, so that's also where it lies in. So basically, we gotta look here at like what the actual story is. So what actually happened? She's a failing grade, and she retaliated because she did not follow the instructions. Okay, this has nothing to do with her, with them attacking her being a Christian, but she took it that way. Okay, and that is the issue here. And so there are a few points here to basically talk about this point. Okay, to one is yes, she did not follow the assignment. Two, okay, there's nothing wrong with her being a Christian. Three, she is okay. She has the right to not agree with the trans ideology, like many people like us who really follow through or really don't agree with. For I feel like this is just another big nothing burger, really. Like I don't even know why this is news. Okay, because first off, okay, if the problem is at the end, because I think the biggest issue here, because the argument here, okay, is that because yeah, okay, yeah, because she did not follow the proper essay. Okay, that's fair enough. The issue is sort of like how both parties I feel like handled it. Okay, so what this girl did, Samantha here. So Samantha was all like, and again, she's a sophomore, so she's on the younger scale of college students. College kids are still, kids. That's why we refer to them as kids and not really college adults. And so basically, she's probably just immature and kind of childless in that sense. I just think it was a wild story overall because either way, I feel like it's a story hard to have nuance because what I'm seeing in reaction here, especially from this video from the Humanist Report, who was very left leaning here. This guy just at the end says fuck her family, just because of all the anti-trans talking heads now getting involved in this. Yeah, I would love reading Fox News. Fox News obviously it's gonna like give her like a nod of approval, but then actually I think USA is pretty deep. Oh, and also I think he's a bit weird here because yeah, but like I don't know. I'm reading here. Perhaps the professor hasn't been suspended. Maybe the professor has. Either way, there's like so many ways to spin it. You can like use it to like basically say, haha, she was stupid. Look how stupid Christians are, and then we just label that as another way of saying, oh, Christians are retarded. Which I feel like yeah, it's gonna be like that for some people, but then then because like people are still rightly able to. A matter of fact, some Christians actually weigh in and say, yeah, her ethic was terrible. So like yeah, no. And then they did, but then also I think the mother of Samantha is a big supporter of the Trumper. She's the MAGA. So now trans identity politics are being thrown into this because again, simply like it wasn't a big deal that Samantha herself did not like the trans ideology, but then she had to be vocal about it within at the at the wrong time, at the wrong place, okay, to voice her concern. Thus piling up this into a bigger issue for her. And the problem here I see, or I'm a bit concerned about, is that are we now saying that like because she's dumb, this proves? Cause like this this is gonna be like kind of weird because this can like be kind of be a W for both sides of the political party. Is that like okay, this is dumb. We should not let these dumb people too. Therefore, saying that the Democrats or the leftists who opinions who weigh their opinions on this is like, oh okay, that means that we're actually on the right side, because then they can frame it that they're the ones with the better common sense, which is fair. Okay, this is what it does to them. But then the right would be like, but wait a minute, they're starting to realize how much of a scam college is, and that this is beat because right now the I think it's really mainly the right wing that is saying that college is a scam more than the left, and so that's going to be a win for them at the cost of them losing numbers by the way of Samantha. Because and again, I really don't agree with also this guy saying how because like he drew in Riley Grant in here, calling Riley Grant a drifter, and again I don't see the comparison here. Cause Riley Grant, that's last time I know, didn't write a dumbass essay. Cause like yeah, I even like found her essay. Her essay is 2 pages, 2 pages. Now, also a lazy motherfucker, and I have written very shitty essays too myself. I don't think I've ever written an essay that was fully 2 pages. Like I think I do more than 3 pages. I don't know I don't know why I'm like sounding that like to brag. Like that's not really an win for me by admitting that. Either way, yes, two essays, and it's like poorly written, wasn't cited, terribly. Again, yes, her essay was terrible. Her essay is terrible. But I'm not gonna use this as to say, oh, look how dumb women are in college. This is why they should not go to college, like what Nick Fuente says. No, this is simply someone who clearly isn't cut out for college. But obviously, But like at the same time, if this guy here was saying she doesn't want her to stay in college, wouldn't then he also be agreeing with the right, saying, "Oh, not everyone should be in college"? And then that's kind of anti-inclusionary. That's kind of anti-diversity. You're, you're kind of contradicting your democratic values there, Mike. I feel like this is Mike. I don't know if this is Mike because again I barely watch this channel. I'm subscribed to this channel that you can see, but it's ooh. But either way, yeah, I just think we're blowing this over water, because she didn't like quote it. She didn't follow the assignment, and it should have been left at that. Okay, she should have taken the F and gone on with her life, and pray to God. But then think it's gonna be weird because like if I look at the comments here, being an asshole is part of my religion, to being confronted with conflict by behavior is discrimination. Yes, the conservative break the power, they can't leave home with. Again, conservatives don't really play the victim card unless you're talking about the vocal right, which I would agree to. But like, yeah, I don't necessarily just unnecessarily agree with the trans professor being put on leave just because of a whiny kid. Even though I would like I fundamentally consently do agree with Samantha on not liking the, because like again, there's nothing wrong with her believing that gender roles are good and that traditional gender roles are a good thing. She's allowed to have that belief. She just needed to cite an article to back that up. Empirical. She needed to look at, like, again, I like that this guy did mention Christian, theological studies or articles she should have done. It's like, again, I understand why I feel like the left is winning on this story more than the right. But I don't know. I just, and again, and this guy goes a bit kind of conspiratorial. It's like, oh, this is what happens when Trump is now president, and under Trump's America, and that we're going, basically he's going down the route of saying that we're going down the route of idiocracy. Um, and I fucking hate at least the people who don't. Because, like, like, here's the thing. I do agree with the whole America is going into idiocracy mode. But I think it's the fault of both parties, really. Whereas this guy, he just thinks it's because of the right. Oh, okay, good. So it looks like the professor, the transgender professor, was put on leave. So, yeah, this professor's not fired yet. They would have to wait until so yeah, so the professor's not fired. They're just put on leave. Usually professors that get put on leave usually come back. And then the professor had to like put in their freaking personal opinion or what else we do. Additionally to calling an entire group of people demonic is highly offensive. But hey, did Megan Walter in the structure. I don't think I agree with her saying. I don't think it was needed to add the how she found it concerning that she stated that she doesn't think bullying is a bad thing. I mean, again, if she wanted to say bullying is not a bad thing, she could have found an article to back that claim up. I wouldn't be. You know what? I would hope that there's an article out there saying bullying is bad or bullying is good. Teasing, because it's like I think the term bullying is a broad term. Bullying had, I think, it's a broad term. So to think that bullying, that all forms of bullying are worse, I think there are some bullying that are like worse than others, and that little bullying doesn't really hurt because it's like, again, you prick your finger, that's not gonna kill you, but getting your arm cut off, yeah, that's probably gonna be lethal, most likely. A little thing to do, but again, no. That's a bit of a tangent, really, here. Think, so, long story short, really, it's just, okay, she was dumb about writing an essay, but she's Christian conservative. You got a woke liberal transgender professor. They clash. Obviously, the student is in the wrong. Professor is the victim, and then everyone just blows it out of the paper at, like, I don't know, the third Reich, the fourth Reich or whatever is coming. Oh yeah, that's the fourth Reich. Cause that's what people like. Like, this is the thing, okay? It's like dumb at some, not all, but some conservatives are. That does not mean that, like, okay, the fourth Reich is coming, that the third Reich is coming, or whatever you want to think. Kind of like weirded out. Anyway, guys, that's all I have to say about this, really. Later.